Not things.
Baby. Hello and welcome to our channel. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. If this is your first time watching our videos, welcome. And if you're coming back to watch, welcome back.
Welcome back. So what are we eating today?
So today we're eating ramen noodles with egg.
Home cooked. Today we're doing a bit of home cooked.
The eggs are a bit overdone, but
It's fine. They're still soggy.
yeah,
in the middle.
and we having chicken licken wings.
And of course, chicken licken goes
Hot
with the
sauce.
fire sauce.
Yes, I'm not having the hot sauce though. Like,
I can't have chicken licken without the sauce. So
Ooh,
for me, it's not. You know,
yeah,
like they go together. It's
I think for me the wings are just like hot enough on their own. Is this your first time eating ramen noodles?
So I've had obviously like 2-minute noodles.
noodles.
Is it McGain? What's that brand?
There's a lot of
Like
brands.
there's a lot of brands. Maggie. I've had Maggie noodles, and I think there's another one. I can't remember what.
There are a lot of
There's
brands. There are a lot of brands.
But I don't think I've actually ever had ramen
Oh,
noodles.
okay.
This is the first time.
So I got these at Chinatown.
Which one?
The second
View.
one, yeah, in the east, because there's two of them. There's the original Chinatown, and then there's the other Chinatown. So yeah, these are really nice and spicy. I'm not like a big fan of spicy food, but these are really tasty. Like, they are packing flavor.
Wait, it burns your tongue.
think-
It literally burns your whole mouth.
Excuse me, guys, when I eat spicy, spicy food, like I constantly have to blow my nose because my nose runs. So I have a hanky.
And I guess
I have a hanky. So excuse me.
Ooh, but I was telling Jozi, but guys, I eat hot food. Hot.
Yeah. He eats like habanero hot.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm constantly
Hot.
having to wipe my nose because of the heat. These noodles are spicy, you know? So that's going to be me this whole video. Excuse me.
Now imagine if you were having the wings with the sauce.
I've never tried that sauce and I never.
Ever.
It smells hot.
Yeah, imagine me. So you obviously cooked the ramen for us today. And I see you kept it very simple. Like you literally cooked them and then put the spice, the first sachet for seasoning, and then the second
second
sachet for the like dried vegetables.
Basically, that's all.
And I must and then the egg. And it's so flavorful because I always want to add other things. So like maybe I would add like a Russian or a Vienna or like a piece of like
Meat.
chicken fillet or something. Just to kind of like make it meaty or extra flavorful or something like that. But actually this is, and I haven't had noodles
In a while.
like basic
Yeah.
noodles,
Yeah, like instant
just
noodles.
instant noodles without the add-ons for the longest time.
I think
And this is like a whole packet because it's a lot also.
I'm not gonna like mention brands and stuff, but I think 2-minute noodles have a very basic flavor. I think that's why you are feeling the need to add on. That's what I honestly feel. Guys, I am so sorry for this whole situation.
Sorry.
Okay?
Can't help it.
But
It is.
I'm going to say this. If you don't like what you're watching, change the channel. Simple. Simple. Don't be nasty.
No hard feelings for us if you don't like our content.
Yeah. And don't be nasty about it.
And don't be nasty about it. In fact, let's actually talk about the first video and what people... I think the comments were quite well received. Not quite, actually, they were very well received. Thank you so much for keeping it positive. Keeping it clean.
Thank you.
No trolls.
Yet. Because I think the higher you know, because I feel like I started following Miss Shirley like many years ago when she started off, and I don't think she was getting a lot of hate.
Bad vibe.
You know, I think now that she's peaking,
elevated,
you know what I'm saying? You know, now there's a lot of hate. She's basically trending every other week, and sometimes it's nothing nice. It's just unnecessary trolling, you know. So for now, thank you for your kind words.
So guys, Leanne is a mom, by the way. I don't know, last week I think we met. I think on our first video we kind of did touch a bit on her being a mommy.
Moms are always talking about being moms.
Yeah. And you know what, I thought, so I have quite a number of friends, I would say, a number of lady friends. And the close ones are now like starting to pop.
Left, right, and middle.
They're putting so much pressure on me because I feel like I must have a child of my own too.
Biological clock is ticking. Yeah,
so, and I've always been the kind of person who, I mean, some ladies that I've been friends with will tell you that for some reason after they had kids, I would like be a bit distant, and especially the married ones too, like the married with kids ones. Like I'd start kind of like limiting my visits, my interaction and whatnot, mainly because I would always feel like different. How to say, I don't have access to you
100%.
the same way I used to.
100%.
So now, like, we need to plan everything
100%.
like months in
100%.
advance before we can actually do anything.
100%.
Even if it's just to meet for 2 seconds.
100%.
It had to have been planned for like 5 months ahead. Okay, cool. So we're gonna talk about Leanne's pregnancy.
The worst time of my life.
And obviously, all women experience their pregnancy differently. But I think because also there's quite a lot of people around me that are starting to kind of like pop things, you know. Not things, pop
baby.
No, okay, I'm so sorry for that. But and also let me stop saying pop because, you know, it's actually a very delicate process.
Don't know it. Don't know it.
I've got a weird thing, so I like.
He loves.
I love pregnant women. I love them so much. I actually find them attractive. Imagine a whole me. So anyway,
what's a whole you?
I got to work out a whole me. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Straight motherfucker. Your baby, can we tell what the name of the baby is?
My daughter's name is Power.
To the people.
Nazo. So, I have a 2-year-old daughter. Her name is Amanda. She's literally the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like, if you think that life can get better for you, wait till you have babies. But also, that's not a thing for everybody. I fell pregnant when I was 29. I think basically my family members had thought that I was
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Sorry, and I'm sorry to interject.
Excuse me?
Was it planned? Was it like Was it a planned pregnancy, or did it just, oh cool, I'm not getting my period and now I want to get, like, was it planned, or was it just, it happened and then you were
it wasn't
cool,
unplanned.
Mm.
You know, for some people it is, and for some people it's not.
Even if it's a natural, like
I think
a natural way of getting, like, conceiving.
That's what I said. It wasn't not planned.
Is this thing hot or cold?
I think it's hot. You know? So I think I fell pregnant in my late 20s. I think my family, because all my siblings had kids. So my parents basically thought I was barren. Because, you know, like now, 25, 26, 27, 28, 20, you're almost 30. How? You know? But I think it was actually no pressure from them. They were very happy when they discovered that I was having a baby. Like, especially my mom and dad, because they love kids.
And you were the last siblings to have a child, no? Oh.
So my parents were like, and often people say, oh, you know. And I remember after having Amanda, my mom was like, oh, now all my kids. I'm like, okay.
But you already had like so many of them.
Like, you already had so many grandkids, you know. So, yeah. To answer your question, it was not planned. It wasn't. It was just a natural thing. It happened, I think, organically, you know.
Organically.
Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking for the plus, man. I'm so much of it organic. She only eats. So my thing is that I drink sparkling water only. She only eats organic foods and uses organic products.
Not always. Like, I don't think this is organic.
Well, she prefers.
I prefer natural and organic.
Like most, like 80-20 type thing.
Yeah, like I
80-20, no?
I like picked out things. I like handmade things. I like things that have texture and culture, you know. So anyway,
last time we listened to Mangina. Because we actually need to talk about her collection. She's got
2
a
million.
vast
I have
collection
from all over this world. 2 million pairs. So yes, I found out I was pregnant when I was 29. I had a very bad pregnancy. I had HG. You guys can Google what it is. I was basically vomiting 3 to 6 times a day until
throughout, not just in your first trimester.
From the very first day up until I pushed Nana out. Literally, before puking. She came, I was
at the hospital in labor, and you were puking.
And I was vomiting. So that wasn't very, very nice because I love to eat, and I wasn't able to eat anything. And when I was able to eat, I wasn't able to keep it in. And you know, I'm in a car, I'm in a bus. You know,
sickness and whatnot.
It just wasn't a very pleasant experience for me personally. And you know, just the aches and pains that come with being pregnant. My tummy was quite compact, but also I had never had a tummy that big. So it was also just coming to grips with your new body.
And tell me, like, how did you feel throughout? Like, because you know sometimes people like when you ill, like when you fall ill, you wanna Google and check symptoms, and then you start getting paranoid, and you're like, oh my God, I'm dying. What did you like? What was your experience during your pregnancy? Like, did you always feel like, oh, something wrong is happening? Oh my gosh, something is going wrong. You know what I mean? Like, was there always like some?
I think I had a good clinician, so I really wasn't reliant on Google at all. If I had a problem, I would call or SMS or ask to see my clinician, and then he would make things clear for me. Because it was my first pregnancy, and I didn't want to. Because that's what happens sometimes when you are overloaded with information, you know, like you start panicking. And I knew it was a serious issue because my clinician was saying, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do for you with regards to your condition every day. Unfortunately, it will only end after you've given birth, or you know. So I think just relying on people that know what they're doing medically for me was important, because you know, you go on Google and people say all sorts of stuff, and you know that information might work for them.
And your friends, what about your friends who knew that you were pregnant and they had already bore kids? And how did were they like giving you like advice that you felt like, you know what, I really don't
not really. Also, I wasn't asking for it. You know, like but you
know, even if you're not asking, people still,
I think,
volunteer.
I think my siblings, especially my sister, they were just like, we're sorry, constantly. That's all I would get, because none of my siblings were vomiting 24/7. So it's nothing that you can advise on, because you haven't
You don't-
experienced
yeah.
it, so you don't
know
know
that.
what I've gone through. So it was just me trying to eat right and eat when and where I can, and just basically eat the foods that stuck. Like fries were my thing, like McDonald's chips when I was pregnant.
At least they stayed.
They stayed, but I was also worried that after pregnancy I was gonna not like them, because I was like, "Ish, I'm eating so much of them," but I still eat them. I still like them, so it's not a thing for me. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. And what was the worst thing that happened to you while you were pregnant? Like clinically or like with the pregnancy itself? Like what was the worst?
So hormones are pretty crazy, man. I don't want to talk too much to it, but I was getting panic attacks. Like, you are carrying a new thing in your body. So I would get panic attacks. I would get nightmares. I would sleepwalk. And actually sought therapy. So I used to do therapy like face-to-face once a week, and then telephonic, because I didn't want to go on anxiety meds, because that, like, the pregnancy triggered anxiety, And I remember midwife saying, "Yo, wena, people experience a lot of different things, and you're one of them. Like, people lose their hair, people lose their teeth when they're pregnant. So it's very, very hectic. It's not, well, it was for me at least, it wasn't a very pleasant surprise. So yeah, but there was not much I could do about those things.
And how did you give birth? Natural? Cesarean?
Fully
Natural?
fully
With no
natural.
epidural, nothing?
Let me tell you something.
And why do you think you did cesarean?
I don't know.
Because you commented on some post on Twitter.
Sorry.
Somebody cesarean, it's still painful.
I was ready for a C-section, but I failed it.
Oh, okay. But I was really like, okay. Alright,
so
natural birth.
no pain relief. I labored for more than 20 hours. I had never had a period pain. That was the worst physical pain I had ever experienced. 1 second.
What was it like? I mean, I could never experience something like that, although I wish I could.
It was
But like
hectic. I think also when I was in the beginnings of the stages of labor, I think I was in denial, because my mom was like, "Samawena, you get ready for hospital." I'm like, "No, at the hospital they say this is not what labor." And she's like, "Yewena, get your bag and be gone." A pain that I'd never experienced. Like, you literally, when people talk about feeling and going through the pain, that was it for me. 20 plus hours of laboring. I get dilated to 10 centimeters. Since getting 2 centimeters for 20 hours. But, special shout out to my midwife, Sister Zinzi Bambani.
Kimberly.
I love you, Kimberly.
People.
Yes.
Okay.
She literally held my hand. There was a point where I was literally pinching, clawing into
that's
her.
That's what nipping means. Clawing.
She was like, "Hey, now you're hurting me," but she was patient, because I was getting ready to have a C-section, because I was laboring for a long time with no progression.
Because you were not dilating, they
like,
wanted to then resort to the C-section.
And she was
So
like,
what happened?
And she was like, "Babes, you can push. Also, your tummy is like this tiny, because next up on touch." She was just like, please try. She was like, "Please try." And I'm like, "Let me just get cut. It's fine."
So what are you pushing? How are you pushing? Is it like when you go into the toilet, or is it like when you try for number 2 or for number 1?
For number 2.
So you're pushing everything like that, like you're pushing
at some point
from like the bladder, and
you're pushing with your whole body. You're pushing.
And then You know, because sometimes like when you for number 2, for example, I'm so sorry that we're talking about this person. No,
Sorry, I'm eating all the small ones.
it's fine. It's fine.
Do you like them?
It's fine. I prefer the crumblets. Okay. So what is it? What's happening as you're pushing? Like, because like when you do number 2, like you feel things come out, and then sometimes you stop, and then like you push again. And
It's exactly like that. It's exactly like that. But sometimes, because
so you have you feel everything, like as the baby's coming out through the canal, like you're feeling all that.
Everything. Yo.
I know.
Extremely painful. Because also they're moving in the body because they want to exit. Like, so now you're feeling. Jesus. And then waraha because mouth crash a bit more. So keep in your more. It's dramatic.
So yes, I think it's that's a boat.
So yeah, I didn't have a very easy pregnancy.
I mean, the birthday, it was like.
But I had an amazing support system, like amazing. I was well taken care of.
How important was it for your guys to be around also?
Oh,
like reachable at least, because obviously I agree when Kimberly he was here.
I think it's very important. But I think having my mommy around was also quite nice because at any point of your life, you always need your mom.
But some parents can be very stressful and actually make you...
No, my mom was... My parents, like... My parents, my older brother, Byron, I think they were just like, oh, thank God there's another baby because there's a lot of kids. So I think genuinely, so I think, yeah. So pregnancy, not so easy. Birth, not so easy as well. But I love being a mom. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. It's something, after Khaled had his firstborn, I was like, yo, I'm not oratuayana. Because I actually thought that Khaled was exaggerating because everything else is Assad.
I'm the Instagram page.
So you think, oh my gosh, really? And then when you have your baby, it's like you have this, your heart expands.
And everything's centered around them.
And, well, not everything, but... Because I think so often we get it twisted as... I think sometimes we get it twisted as parents. I think you need to be happy and okay and in the process of healing, because I think we're constantly becoming, and I think when you're in that process of healing, process of becoming, you are able to perhaps nurture this little person in a better way, because I mean Rebatu at the end of the day, and it's not easy being a teacher to this little person that you didn't know like a year ago, and now you're having to do that, but at the same time not forgetting who you are, because I think that's what a lot of first time moms do. You over immerse yourself in this person, and then when I was suffering, I think when you're happy, you are able to sort of like extend that into motherhood and being a mom. Yeah.
Okay. So when and then like you're holding this small cute little baby.
Yo.
I remember when you sent me the first picture and I was like, oh my gosh, guys, Ricky Badi period on Ricky Badi period. And also I only knew when you were how many months? 6?
No, like maybe 3, 4.
I got you literally out. You look at I was just drunk that day. I was so drunk that day.
What party was it again?
It was down Elof Street. Got that colorful.
It was the Trace party.
Yo guys, the unsettled anti-remote partying. I'm safe. I was spooked wrong.
Yo, it was so bad. Yeah, so
I know who the bundle of joy in Amanda. Why Amanda?
I think because I had I think being pregnant and having birth was me realizing how strong I am, not only physically, mentally, because like I'm saying, the hormones really just put me like, you know, in a bad place. So I was getting panic attacks and stuff. So that's when I actually realized my strength. And I think she was. I birthed, you know, power, you know, so that's the Zulu girl with power. She was born 3 days after my 30th birthday, so when I turn 40, she turns 10. So we can have a nice big party. She was actually expected to come on my birthday.
On your birthday, I remember.
Yeah.
She's actually quite cute and bright.
Thanks.
She's actually quite intelligent. When I end up in a crash, ne? I think I would like or a man like saying in
She doesn't go to crash.
2 years ever. I sound I live a year and like
a few months.
A few months, like 2-3 months, ne? So the Muslims since when I came I know which one
unjani ngiyaphila suka phuma, you know, she knows all these
suka phuma
all these other words, like this is funny other words. Phuma suka. So is she I think she's bright, yes, but also I think it's my job to teach
I was
her.
about to because
I think so often we put so much pressure on teachers. I think foundation is high, you know. All my nieces and nephews were homeschooled by my mom before they officially went to creche. So by the time they went to creche, they literally spent a year. They know all the ABCs, they 1, 2, 3s. They know their colors. My sister's 2 kids are fluent. Like Lukanya's 2, he's 3 in July, and he can speak English, Afrikaans, Lisitswana. Literally, like, and that's because they were taught go higher. Number 2, speak to your kids like they're human. Personally, I like to no.
I think why you do that because of a certain stage.
Of a certain stage, you know. And some lady was asking me when Amanda was still like 3 months, why understand? I'm like, well, that's because they can understand. I want her to, you know. So maybe she is bright, but I take a lot of effort teaching her. Literally, like we sit down and I teach her colors, shapes, numbers. I read to her.
I mean, you work full time also, so when do you get time to do this on weekends?
The time. During the week, I teach her every day. So I make the time. So.
How is you?
So I make the time. Yeah, so that's basically what I do. I make the time.
Any pleasure, Ramen? In the near future, in the far future.
If I had money, I'd have babies every 2 years. You grew up in a big family. So did I.
Okay.
Seven. So. Only a difference of 2. Okay. So, you know what it's like to. It's bomb. Having a big family is bomb. And I think that's why the Kardashians baratabana, because they know what it's like to have a lot of siblings. You know, it's how one. You don't know.
We don't even know that feeling.
You don't.
Like number 1, we don't even.
One, you know. So I'd like to. If I had money, if I was rich, I'd have kids every second year. Because also.
Nah, quite yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but maybe just not now.
Yeah.
Just not now.
Okay.
In a few years when Amanda's big.
I think that's best. Must stop telling women how to treat their bodies
and what to feel. Toxic masculinity.
Any advice to anyone who's like pregnant right now and going through a lot of emotions, feeling like their body's changing too much? I had a friend who was like, she's already given birth, and she was like, yo, everything that she didn't want to experience in terms of pregnancy, these snacks, the body skin,
discoloration. And apparently it takes months. I very dry. It's
Did you have it?
Thank God I didn't have it.
No, you never did. You never had Nkwetu, nahi? She never
Nigga,
actually, yeah, she was just okay.
I was just okay.
I didn't look.
I didn't look it. So, yeah, no stretch marks. I didn't get them. Also, I use a lot of natural butters and oils. So I think that could have helped. Don't hold it against me. I don't want you to go buy the natural butters and creams and the next thing I didn't get it because pregnancy, pregnancy
more different. Exactly. The skins are actually different. People must want to Porsche M. But like,
for some people,
you don't need to. You can't use Porsche M because for a night.
Exactly.
Your skin is too sensitive. You need to maybe just leave it with its own oils.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So just relax and yeah.
All right. We're signing out. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Next time. Cheers.
Cheers.